Guys, Ed Walters here. Answered a question from one of my subscribers on YouTube, Ed Lockwood, regarding the squaring your club face video that I did. Wondering how that works with woods. Is it the same way? The answer, Ed, would be no. The design and the face of an iron to a wood is slightly different, so where the leading edge points are to make the club face square are different. So with our irons, we're looking at the leading edge going from almost the toe side to the front of the hosel, and that little bit of offset there that we see in between it. Now with our woods, what we want to look for is the top line of paint. This is the bit that we're squaring up, not this bit, not the face itself, but it's the top edge of the paint needs to be straight. You could also use if there's any sort of logo or alignment aid on the top of your driver or your fairway wood. So on my woods here, there's a little T for TaylorMade. Now, as I put that club down onto the ground, as you can see from the view when I address it there. So if I take my setup position as address, and now when you're looking down onto the ball, you will see there that if you imagine that letter T starting a sentence. So if it was the first letter of a word on a lined piece of paper starting a sentence, you'd want that letter to be pretty straight. You wouldn't want it to be on an angle like so. You'd want it to be nice and straight. And then the top edge of the paint then is also nice and straight, and from that point of view that club face is now square. You don't want to be able to see too much of the club face, especially with your driver, because there's very little loft on it. And also the design of it, sometimes the drivers, they just fall back, so the aerodynamics means that the back of the club is up off the ground, and then you let it sit down, it just falls and the club face looks open. A lot of people start it from that point of view and wonder why they hit the ball off with a slice. So we want to get the top edge of the paint aligned straight back to you, and if there's a little logo on the top there, imagine it's the start of a letter on a lined piece of paper, and it's going to give a nice straight writing position going through. And then from that point of view there, you just make your swing. You know you've got a position. It might look like the club face is a little closed to you at first, a little bit like with the irons. It'll look like it's going to go a little bit left, but you just got to trust it, and then just make your swing, and then you get a nice straight shot as we go through. Now, driver, fairway woods, exactly the same. So again, top edge of paint. Don't worry too much about this bit of the face. The top edge of the paint is the key. That's the one that you want to line up. Again, if you've got the little logo on there, you can use the same principle as you go through. Again, when we look down at this one here, when you see it from above, the little T looks like it's the start of writing a sentence on a lined piece of paper as it's nice and straight. The club face looks like it's aiming a little bit off to the left, but we know it's not because of the line of paint on the top. And then you can just trust that and go ahead and make your swing. And again, we've got a fairly nice straight ball flight. So thanks for the question, Ed. That's exactly what you want to do with your fairway woods and with your driver as well as you go through. Get out there and give it a go. You've got to trust it, even though it looks like it's going to go a bit left. You've just got to trust that the position is going to be perfect, and you're going to start to hit with a much better club face going through impact. Control your shots and your ball flight, especially the spin sideways a lot more as well. Thanks for the question, guys. If you struggle with this, let me know. Post your comments in the box below. Any other questions, again, post them in the box below, and we'll get an answer to you recorded and uploaded. As always, thanks for watching. If you've subscribed, brilliant. If not, subscribe to the channel. Loads of content to come there as well. Follow me on social networks. Links in the description below. I look forward to seeing you guys again next time. Thanks for watching.